Hey guys, it's Jess. Do you like my new glasses? These are my reading glasses because I was getting like eye strain really bad and getting like headaches all the time when I was reading or doing my art. And don't take away my art, okay? That's fun and therapy for me, so don't take away my art eyes. So I got new reading glasses. I also have another pair that are for driving, but they're in my car. But they're a similar frame shape, but they're purple, of course. Which brings me to the topic of today's video, purple. Oh, and before I get into it, sorry, I know I said I was gonna try and post a video every month for you guys, this month for CF awareness, and then on the 4th day of the month I didn't post one. I'm sorry, but it was the first day with this cold, like, that I really felt like a human being and had some energy, so I got a lot of things done that I had been procrastinating because I felt like poo for a week. So that's what happened there. But today we're gonna sit here, we're gonna do a jammy vlog. I think I drank all my coffee though. I did. Oh well. So today I am going to talk about why roses are the symbol of cystic fibrosis and why I got a purple rose tattoo. So many years ago, there was a family who they found out that all 4 of their kids had CF. And you can, just imagine how devastating that must have been for the parents, to find out, like, oh, not 1, not 2, but all 4, all of your children have CF. That would be rough. And this was like way back in the day when the life expectancy was still like, you'd be lucky you didn't make it past elementary school. So the mom in this family started doing a lot of like fundraising and just raising awareness for CF, and so she was like always making phone calls, sending out letters, all this different stuff, and they hadn't really told their kids that they had CF yet because I don't really know why, but I can imagine, like, firstly, like, it's definitely a shock to the parents, and you have to kind of process that a little bit and also find the right way to tell them, that's age appropriate, that's not gonna scare them too much, and so all this other stuff. So, I'm just guessing on those points, but the point is, they hadn't told the kids yet. But the kids hear things, so one day one of the kids comes up to mom and says, Mom, I know what you're working on for. And the mom's kind of like, what? Oh my gosh, because they haven't told them. And so she just kind of goes, what's that? And the little boy goes, 65 roses. Which, if you think about it, sounds very similar to cystic fibrosis, 65 roses. So, that just kind of became a way for kids to be able to pronounce it, like little kids. That's a little easier. And then it just kind of snowballed from there and became a thing. And so 65 roses has become like a representation of CF, and the rose became kind of the symbol of CF. I'm not entirely sure where purple came from being like the awareness color. Especially because, like, at least in the United States, the CF Foundation's colors are blue and yellow. So I totally, I don't know where purple came from. If any of you guys out there, my CF viewers, know where purple came from, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. I don't know. So, okay, we've got the roses that represent CF, and I wanted to get a CF tattoo because, you know, it is a huge part of my life. Obviously, it's not, you know, it doesn't encompass all of me as a person, but, you know, it is a huge, huge part of my life. And so I had a tattoo on this arm that it was just an outline, and it honestly, it wasn't done very well, so I had never finished it. And I, you know, needed to find an artist that could do a good cover up for it. And my best friend, and now one of my roommates, got a really cool tattoo of some Egyptian stuff, like representing his parents and some different things on his arm, and it was done so well. I was like, I want to talk to the artist that did that. So I went to see him, and, you know, told him I wanted 3 purple roses, and a banner that said "Breathe," which is, that is right there. And so I wanted 3 because there are 3 people in my family with CF. There's me, my brother, and I guess she'd be like maybe a second or third cousin. I'm not entirely sure. It was my dad's cousin's daughter. And unfortunately, she passed away from CF after an unsuccessful transplant when, I want to say she was about 14 or 15. And she was a couple years younger than me. But anyway, yeah, so 1 for each of the people in my family with CF, and then the Breathe banner. And so that is the story behind that particular tattoo, and how roses became the symbol for CF. And then I have this tattoo that says, "My struggle is not my identity." I have a little scratch on my arm. That's why that's kind of looks funny right there, a little scratch. Anyway, "My struggle is not my identity." This is just kind of a saying that I came across one day, and it really resonated with me because, like I said, CF is a huge part of my life, but it's definitely not the only thing in my life. So I was like, I want to get a tattoo of that. And the woman who was fostering Cosmo when he was just a teeny puppy, and she's the woman I got him from, she is also a tattoo artist, and so she decided to do kind of a tattoo-a-thon to raise money for the rescue organization that she's part of. And so I was like, oh, well, that's really cool that, you know, it's for a good cause. And, you know, since she was doing so many tattoos, you know, they had to be small. And I was like, you know, this is, you know, this would be a perfect opportunity. I know the money's going to something really good. And so I had her do it and added the little purple ribbon. So that's where, I don't know, this suddenly became my CF arm for some reason. It wasn't planned that way. But I couldn't really get it on this arm because I have this tattoo. This is my medical alert tattoo. It's really going to be hard to show you on camera. But it's got the medical symbol, and then it says cystic fibrosis, diabetes, epilepsy, and then C wallet. And in my wallet, I carry, I have a list of, like, my doctor's names and contact information, my medications that I take, allergies, you know, all that relevant information that paramedics or a hospital is going to need if for some reason like I am unconscious and can't tell them myself. So that is my 3 CF related tattoos. Oh, and the reason I decided to get a tattoo for my medical alert was because there's two reasons. I held up 3 fingers. 2 reasons. First, I used to wear a bracelet and I never took it off. And this was before I started having seizures. And which the whole story behind my seizures is a whole nother video. It's kind of CF related, so maybe I'll do a video about that. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I was wearing my bracelet and it had like cystic fibrosis, diabetic, and like relevant stuff like that. And so I was wearing it when I had my first seizure. And the paramedics who came to take me to the hospital didn't look at my bracelet at all, because when a diabetic person has a seizure, it's very likely that it could be from extremely low blood sugar. So they should have checked my blood sugar like right away, and that didn't happen because he didn't look at my bracelet. And my boyfriend at the time was so freaked out by the whole thing, because if you've never witnessed somebody having a seizure before, it can be really scary. He was so freaked out that like he, couldn't even think to tell them. So turns out, my blood sugar was fine. That wasn't the reason I had a seizure. But like I was really irritated that they didn't check my bracelet. And that is something that paramedics are trained to do. So I was really angry. I did end up later on having some words with the chief of the fire department that they were from. And anyway, so I wanted something, first of all, I wanted something that was going to be a little more noticeable. And then after, like I was officially diagnosed with epilepsy, it was just, there was too much that needed to go on the bracelet. Like it literally, there was not enough room to fit everything on a bracelet anymore. And they do make like dog tag type necklaces and things like that, but I knew I would never wear that. And so I was like, forget it, I'm gonna get a tattoo. That way it's almost impossible to miss, and I can put everything that needs to be on there. So that's why I got tattooed, for safety purposes. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. And also little shout out to just all of you guys who subscribe to my channel. We are up to 50 subscribers. I feel like that's a milestone. I know that's not a lot in YouTube land, but I think it's pretty cool. Up to 50 subscribers. I've been doing this almost a year, so I think that's pretty cool. And so yeah, thank you so much. That's awesome of you guys. If you have any questions about CF, leave me a comment down below, or leave it on my Facebook or my Twitter, which I will give you all that information for my social medias down there as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Please leave me those questions. I would love to answer them for you. So have a great day. I am feeling pretty good still again today, so I'm gonna go get some more stuff done. The dishes are piling up. Why doesn't the kitchen fairy ever come to my house? Does she come to your house? Let me know. Anyway, thank you. Bye.